Thank you very much. It really is a pleasure and honor for me to be here this afternoon. About 7 years ago, when I first decided to run for office, people said, well, that's great, but you look like what the county's always looked like. And they said, how do we find more people of color to run for office? And the answer that we had in the conversation was, we have to find better qualified people. We have to make sure that there are positions available. Well, guess what? Nancy Navarro is that qualified person to take the next step up the ladder. Nancy has worked in the Board of Education for the last 5 years. Last year, when I was council president, when we recognized the difficult fiscal situation we were going to face in the upcoming year, the first thing that she and I sat down and did was come up with a plan and figure out what we need to do next. And we decided in an unprecedented move, we would actually have the Board of Education and the County Council sit together on the same dais, that we would actually hear and understand the fiscal crisis that we were facing. And after that, it became very clear that we need to take the next steps, which is sit down with our employee organizations and begin to renegotiate those contracts. And Nancy took the lead and set the standard for what we need to be following as county government to make sure that we are working collaboratively with our employees, recognizing the difficult fiscal situation, and striking a balance and making sure that that people are foregoing COLAs this year, but doing it in a rational and workable way. And through her leadership, we now have a mechanism that we can make sure that the county can follow. The other thing I think is really important to say is we're in a situation right now that this country's never seen, this county's never seen since the 1930s. And sure, I think it's important that we have a lot of good qualified people out there who could certainly get up to speed and learn all of the issues. The reality is we don't have time for a steep learning curve. Nancy understands the school budget, she understands how that interacts with the county budget, and it's time for us to identify the leadership that can hit the ground running right now to help make the key decisions that our county needs to move forward. And so it's with great pleasure I stand here with Nancy and support her.